Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to a weekend share beer. Just a weekend hangout. We're not going to call this a weekend share beer. Just a weekend hangout. Today's August 26th, 2017. I'm not numbering these because I don't schedule them. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of do them when I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Kind of depends on what's happened earlier in the day for me. So, so it would depend on how if I'm even still awake. So, have a few beers here. One of them I've already reviewed on here, and I went and bought a 6-pack of that same beer. Another beer a friend gave me, and I went and bought another 4-pack of that. And another beer I just haven't had in a while, and I'm not sure if I've even logged this one. So I just thought basically you could just sample some beers casually on here. You know what I'm saying? And talk about them. You know what I'm saying? So this is a Fire Rock Pale Ale from Kona Brewing, a Hawaiian beer. I thought I would do this one on here. Let's look this up really quick. We'll share the screen here. I don't believe whoa, what's going on here? How come it's not? Oh, it switched to this format again. Okay. Boy, just a while ago it wasn't doing. You know what? Different browser. I switched to a different browser. God, I hope this is a much better experience because it wasn't earlier. And I know I just uploaded a whatchamacallit, and it wasn't good video, and it wasn't good at all. It just I know, trust me, I am a little upset with that. So Fire Rock, whoops, Pale Ale, Kona Brewing Company right here, Fire Rock Pale Ale. There we go. So we got that one, and all I need now. Wow, that's kind of smoking along. Fire Rock. Here we go. Do 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 do. There it is. Whoa, what happened here, man? There it is. Joe D. So you see in there, Joe _D on Untapped if you want to friend me on Untapped. This particular beer right here is classified as an American Pale Ale, 179 thousand ratings on here, 2,300 in the last 30 days, 3.46 bottle caps. It's actually a really good 5.8%, 35 IBUs. I'm not going to totally go in depth on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not reviewing it. I'm just having it here casually. You know what I'm saying? So I like most of Kona's beers. So I thought, we'd just do this one here really quick so you can see the website, get an idea what that looks like. And that's Kona Brewing co.com. So you have a look at it there. Like I said, I need to review it, so I don't want to go like too in depth in it. Just kind of give you an idea of what this beer's about. You can kind of see through the bottle, so it should be a pretty filtered beer. Like it said, what was it? 5.8%. Yeah, 5.8%. So, citrusy floral aroma. Let's see. Oh, yes! Look at that. Nice smoke. I'm using my New Mexico IPA challenge. It's New Mexico Brewers Guild glass for this one. Ooh, look at that beautiful pale ale color, man. Whoa. Trying to avoid that beer emergency, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to load my keyboard again, man. I've already ruined one keyboard like that. You know what I'm saying? There's the cap for those of us that care about those sorts of things. Look at that. Look at that beer, man. Beautiful color. It's just a hair lighter than what I'm seeing, but you can see my fingers and everything right through that bad boy. It's pretty clear. Hey, what's up, Pat?
Am I on? I don't know.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
There you go.
Hold on. I need to. Something's happening. It's saying I don't have enough storage. Hold on one second.
Oh, okay. So in any case, this one a pretty nice. You do get some of that citrusy floral hop. Um, it's just a really nice, mild, sessionable pale. Hey, Noel, we have you. Oh, I forgot about the fight. Yeah, Thomas said, yeah. Tom said keyboards like beer too. You know what? I honestly forgot all about the fight. Um, let me see. Let me.
I don't know. Am I here?
Yeah, you're on there, man.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I'm hesitant to do this online, but let me see if I can. What
the hell did I just do?
I typically have a site that lets me watch stuff like that. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. Is it on yet? Is the fight on?
I don't know.
Noel's asking in the chat if I'm watching the fight. Apparently, I'm
Yeah.
not.
To be honest, like, just one piece of shit punching another piece of shit. That's how I feel about it.
Oh, okay. Tom says it's not on. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I
I
was a
feel like
little.
I do feel like one is worse than the other as far as piece of shitness goes, but
Right,
they're
right.
both not great people.
Yeah, it's I was still. I think it's gonna struggle to kind of give me the fight right now. There's
I'd imagine they're locking down on it pretty hard as much as they can, given how much money they're paying the people and everything.
yeah, there's I haven't had an event yet that I
Yeah.
haven't been able to watch. I'm just saying. I actually just forgot about it. Oh, coach is watching the fight, so apparently it is on. What do you got? Is Miguel Cotto versus someone on right now? Is that what's happening right now? Yeah, Tom's watching it through an app. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the somehow. Where did I see it? But there is an Apple TV app just for the fight. It's ridiculous. But and then you click on it and it takes you right to the pay-per-view so you can pay it uh on there. But
$100, right?
yeah, $100. Screw that. That's
Yeah.
more beer I could have. What are you having right now, Pat?
I just opened. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Strawberry rhubarb
Oh, okay.
from New Glarus, 2017. You should look it up on Untapped because let me tell you, it's goddamn good.
Oh, is it really?
I
Okay.
know. Normally you think fruit beers shitty, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what most people think. I'm not gonna be able to see this, but I'm like doing cell phone shit here, so it's kind of tough. But the color is like super hard to get, but it's like opaque, kind of reddish, brownish.
Well, who was the brewery on that one?
New Glarus, Glarus. And you got to look at the 2017 because it's like a little different this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to their website. The beers. Yeah, cool website too, though. That's a specialty beer, right?
Yeah, it's like a seasonal, pretty limited. I guess it sold out super quick. They're an interesting brewery because they're Wisconsin only. Oh my god, we got a ghost. um,
Joe.
Who's that? Andrew? Is that Andrew?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm working tonight, so I got pretty dim light to deal with. This is my flashlight.
I like it. It's spooky.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like Halloween or something, man.
It's they're Wisconsin only, but I think they're like the 20th largest microbrewery in the country.
Oh, really?
They're just so ubiquitous, and in Wisconsin you can't like not see them. And their brewery is just beautiful. I mean, it's like the most picturesque. It's on a hill's top, and it's all like very old world style. And they just keep on expanding it. It's just absolutely beautiful.
So that beer looks pretty unfiltered. I mean, it looks.
Oh yeah, no, it's like legit fruit flavor. It's nothing artificial about it. And in the past, they've actually done a little thing where they've actually had donations where if you bring like a pound of rhubarb to the brewery, you get a free beer.
Oh wow!
And that's how they like source the ingredients for the, so like local Wisconsin, people in their backyards will grow rhubarb, bring it in, ends up in the beer down the road. But it's like, I mean, yeah, I think on Untapped it's something like a 4.4 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on the website. It's I'll bring it up here on the website. Share the screen here real quick. It's man, they made an extra couple of steps for me here on the screen share. This kind of sucks. So it takes me just an extra second longer. But what does it say here? Style is a Wisconsin wild fruit ale, and teased from the loam of the kiss of the sun.
Sounds right. I don't know.
That's a hell of a description there, isn't it? Mom's strawberry rhubarb delights are the happy memories of childhood. Diploma master brewer Dan employed juicy, sweet strawberries to tame the rhubarbic wild tart fermentation of rhubarb. Escape from the far corners of neighboring yards. Local, just like you said, yeah, local rhubarb was incorporated into the wild sour fermentation to create this drinkable dream. Bright, sour, and effervescent.
And I wouldn't call it a sour beer by any means, but it's tart. Right. It's nice.
Well, yeah, it sounds like they just to tame the, I guess it would have been, maybe. The rhubarb is pretty wild tart is what they describe. Yeah. But yeah, let's check this out on Untapped here. Let's see, New Glarus.
2017 because it's an older one. Although it's a thing where people just post because it used to be 750s only, so you can see how many reviews there are.
Yeah.
In the 2017 they put in the 12-ounce bottles, which someone's showing that picture right there, but that's actually wrong.
Yeah, because you got what 4% ABV.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty mellow beer as far as that goes, but goddamn, it's delicious. I mean, seriously, no one does fruit beers better than New Glarus in the entire world.
Oh, really? Okay. So it's a 4.18 bottle caps on here, man.
And the 2017, if you look that one up quick.
Yeah, let's see.
Same thing, but because like I said, they changed it a little bit, and I think
what's that rhubarb taste like? Is it pretty good or?
It's just kind of, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's I don't know. It definitely mellows out the strawberry. It's not like super sweet.
Yeah, because I think Joe wasn't it Zach that tried making some beer with rhubarb or something else, and they had to use an ungodly amount of the product. I think it was like.
Who put a picture of Richard Simmons on here, bro? Look at that.
I guess it's pretty fruity.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's bad.
Richard freaking Simmons on here, man. That's
Jesus.
hilarious. Look at that.
Hey, 4.75 though, right? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's a really
seriously
good bid.
It went up a
pretty
little
goddamn
bit,
good.
but not by much. I mean, it because it was already a 4.1 on the regular listing, so the
Yeah.
2017 4.39.
It's good.
It sounds like a good one, man. I'd have to try that one for sure. Here's another picture of someone else's glass here, if you will.
Like I said, the whole thing is it's like very natural fruit flavor. It's not. It's like what you think of fruit beers. It's not at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good.
Now that beer, Pat's the one that actually had bought me this White Russian Coffee Imperial Stout from Sun Up Brewing, which is a brewery that I love. I used to go to Sun Up a lot when I lived in the hotel. It wasn't very far from the hotel, and so I would go there a lot. And they have great food. The people working I call them bartenders, but they're, I don't know if they classify themselves as bartenders working in a brewery, but they have great food. Bartenders are great, real sociable, lots of beer knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And especially about their own beers, which is what you want. And they always have something on
It's
cask.
been years. Yeah, it's been years since I've been there, but I remember liking it. Because it's like, what is it, like Old Town Scottish, or is it?
No.
Or is it more Phoenix?
Yeah, it's more Phoenix.
Or is it Tempe? I don't even know.
It's right off of oh my God, what street is that? It's right by the Seas Candy. I know that. It's right down the street from Seas Candy. It's I'm guessing here, 7th and Camelback or something like that.
Okay. No, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Somewhere in that kind of general area, if I remember right. But pretty damn good brewery. And I liked it because it was never really too crowded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
like you said, they definitely have specialty stuff that's like only there are a couple other places that's really good.
Yeah.
Most of their best stuff doesn't get packaged.
No. No, it's one of those breweries for sure. Yeah, if you want, I mean, you can bring your growler; they'll fill it with whatever you want. But and their beer's pretty reasonably priced. That's for sure. But there's a lot of good breweries here in Phoenix now, man. North Mountain's another one that I really enjoy. Of course.
Have you made it out to Arizona Wilderness?
No, I haven't.
That's a far drive for me. It's like Chandler. So for me, it's like almost an hour drive. But they're one of the most, definitely like, they were like, on all kinds of lists as hot new breweries nationwide and all that kind of stuff for a while. They do a lot of sours and like hazy IPAs and that kind of stuff that are really good.
Okay.
The New England style. I don't know if they're quite Treehouse Trillium level, but they're good.
And speaking of New England, what kind of beer do you have there, Tom? What do you got for us?
Talking about Trillium, I have Adult Human from Trillium in Vale Brewing, the collaboration. I don't know if I drank it on here yet, but it's the double IPA with blood oranges.
Yeah.
It's
how do you like that?
I had it when it was really fresh, and the blood oranges were very pronounced.
Yeah.
And I feel like with a week on it, I feel like with New England IPAs, anything hazy, you got to give it a week. Give it a couple of weeks, let it mellow out, and then
I had one of the best IPAs I've ever had from Arizona was that New England style hazy, and it fell off quick. I would say within 2 weeks it was nowhere near what it used to be.
Yeah, it's definitely they're very like green in the beginning. Like it's like this so hoppy, it's crazy.
Yeah, this one I guess when I had it was probably already at least a week old, so maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, sometimes I mean it probably varies by brewery, I would imagine.
Yeah. I just had my last can of this one today and it was like a shadow of its former self kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what, by the way, I got to mention, man, Pat's taking it for the team right now because he's in the garage. I don't know if you guys realize it, but it's 98
That's pretty
degrees I'm
warm.
showing right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's 8:30 at night, but it's 98 degrees, and so it's got to be scorching in that garage right now.
It's okay. This is a refreshing beer, so I'm good.
Yeah, so like I was telling everybody in I wanted to do that review outside. That's why I got this shirt on. I was gonna go outside and do not. I opened that slider and I was like, yeah, hell no. No.
Patrick must live close to you then, Joe?
Well,
yeah.
he lives in a different part of Phoenix, but yeah, he still lives in Phoenix area.
I heard Phoenix was like 45 minutes to drive all the way through. Like I heard Phoenix. Phoenix is pretty big, right?
Oh no,
Well,
it's probably more than that, really.
the
Like-
whole metro area. Like if you were to drive from the far edge of Buckeye to the other edge of I don't even know what's out east. What's farthest?
Like Surprise or something. Like Northeast would be like Surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a good hour and 15, hour and a half maybe.
yeah, especially depending on traffic.
Yeah.
So and right now, oof, man, if you go through the middle of town, man, well, right now the freeway's closed, so good luck. The I-10 is closed going straight through, so yeah, good luck to you.
The reason I'd ask about that.
Construction. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the fight live, so if you want to update.
So who's fighting right now?
Davis and Fonts. I guess Davis just won. I guess he knocked him down. Yeah, he just knocked him down, and I guess he won. Davis. Oh, he clonked him off the back of the head. He just fell down. He went to his knees and he was grabbing him, and then I guess it seems like he was out for the count. They're doing the replay right now.
So how many fights was there on the undercard?
I believe there was three fights, and then there's McGregor and Mayweather.
Oh, okay. And which one of these is on we're on
the next one's McGregor and Mayweather.
Oh, is it really? Okay, so this was the direct underfight.
Yeah, I guess this fighter and the last fighter, I guess they're under the Mayweather name, something like that. They fight with that camp, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't follow boxing as much as other people do.
Coach is funny, man. Coach is making all these comments in there. He said Joe D wins the first round. It's unanimous. He's the best beer reviewer in the world. I appreciate all the love, man. And then he says Davis wins. Weird fight. Main card Joe D versus Richard Simmons. Well, we got Richard Simmons in hiding right now, right? Like, isn't he not coming out of his mansion or something like that? Like he's just hiding out in his mansion or something right now, right? I think they even said he was missing for a time, but he wasn't. He was just in his house, and then they said like his keeper, his what do you call it, his housekeeper or whatever, the person that takes care of him was holding him hostage in there. But then he had this whole press conference to say that he wasn't. He had a press conference in front of his house to say that he wasn't. He was just staying in his house. He was just didn't want to go anywhere. So. Yeah, it was a whole Richard Simmons controversy a few weeks back. People were really concerned about his safety, So, and I guess he just kind of figured that, he don't ask me how I know all this. You know what I'm saying? But it was a big thing on the internet for some reason.
Jody paparazzi, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. I heard about it on, of course, because I just don't watch TV. God, that's funny. The fight. I completely forgot all about the fight. And I kind of had the fight on my mind this morning, and I was like, "What's happening now?"
It's funny. Davis didn't make the weight, so I guess he had to make 130, and I guess he weighed over 130. So he had the belt, and I guess he lost the belt, and the other guy could only win the belt. So he wasn't fighting for a belt or anything. He couldn't fight for it. I don't know, it's weird in boxing. I don't fully understand, but I guess he lost the belt because he missed the weight.
So apparently, whoever his opponent was agreed to fight him anyway, knowing that Davis really couldn't win, regardless.
Yeah, but the opponent could win the belt.
Yeah, he could win the belt. So it sounds like he did win, actually.
Yeah, no, he won, but I guess he won, but he doesn't have the belt anymore. The belt, I don't know where the belt is now, or how he can get the belt, but I know he doesn't have the belt now, even though he won.
Huh.
He missed the weight.
From what sanction does he have the belt from? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea, to be honest.
WBC or the...
I think it's WBC. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's WBC. There's so many belts out there, it's crazy.
So, real quick, Joe, to drive your point home about me taking one for the team, the reason I left is my phone shut down because it overheated.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So now I'm back. I got an ice pack behind my phone.
Yeah, dude, people don't realize, man, Phoenix is the real deal. We had a high today of 112.
Oh, my goodness, dude.
Yeah, the Phoenix is the real deal.
And it was 120 a couple weeks, or like a month and a half ago. So
yeah, for a while. Like, it was 120, not just for a day. It was, at least for a week. It was crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna rush down this. I'm gonna rush down this one. I want to get to that White Russian.
I want to see what you think. So, I'm not sure I'm gonna get smoke here, but we'll try.
Yeah, wait. I've never heard of.
Oh, he's got a cork bottle too. Oh, forget about it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I think the 110 probably.
Yeah, temp probably had something to do with that.
I think that's my theory. My theory is that Neary, his atmosphere, his temperature is conducive to smoke. Like something about the barometric pressure or something.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
He drinks a lot of Belgiums too, right? I feel like those Belgian beers, those beers are that's the real smoke beers.
It could be.
This is one of those, so it should have been. Ooh. This is a collaboration between New Glarus and I don't know how you even say it, De Proof. They're pretty big, big brewery.
Is it French? Is that French?
I think they're Belgian.
Belgium?
Yeah, I think it's brewed in Belgium by them because New Glarus is pretty low production. Well, I mean, they couldn't do nationwide production. I don't know. They do a lot of collaborations. I know that. I'm trying to find it.
The thing that sucks about collaborations is you can't get their beer. Like only one brewery has beer.
Yeah.
I wish it wouldn't. I mean, they would have to ship beer.
Well, that's what's crazy about this is it's a New Glarus collaboration, but typically they only distribute to Wisconsin. But I bought this at Total Wine here in Arizona. So
it's what, BT Solution?
Absolution, ABT Solution.
Oh.
So app to the style, the Belgian style ABT, but Solution.
Total Wine's only in certain states because we don't have any Total Wines, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Oh, Total Wines, man. And that's the good thing about collaborations a lot of times because it's the only way we can get Cigar City. If Cigar City collaborates with somebody, then we get that collaboration. Or, so for me, I get happy to see collaborations because a lot of times it's the only way that you'll get a special release from a particular brewery in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then in our cases, it's sometimes the only way you even get anything from that brewery, even though it's not totally from that brewery. It's a collaboration.
Like the Sierra Nevada boxes and stuff, the cases.
It's like Vail. I would never be able to try anything from Vail. I don't even know
where. They're Colorado, right? Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this was brewed in Belgium apparently and then shipped over here. So.
Yeah, Belgian strong dark ale. So I got
it almost looks like a porter.
Yeah, it's definitely more red and clear. It's hard. I mean, you're not going to be able to see that here, but
right.
I am drinking out of my New Glarus first anniversary glass, which makes many New Glarus fans jealous because this is from 1994. This glass.
Wow.
Oh wow. So I
don't collect glassware, but.
Oh, I do. I have a whole cabinet right there next to me there.
Oh, I know.
Pat's seen it, yeah. It's we've got 3,600 ratings on here, 1,255 in the last 30 days, 3.91 rating on Untapped here, 9% ABV.
It's not as good as legit New Glarus. I think the collaboration isn't quite as good as the.
Oh, look at this! Someone's got the fight on here. Look at that, Summer. It's a chick. She's got 38 minutes ago. She posted a picture of the fight. That's pretty cool.
It's not bad though. I don't often drink Belgian beers anymore, but I still have a one interesting Belgian beer that I'll crack eventually. Is a 2007 Chimay Blue, the Grand Reserve, but it's a Magnum it's now a 10-year-old Magnum. That
What's the Magnum mean? Is it the
1.5 liters?
Oh, those dude, that'll get you cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's those big bottles, man. Bum had one of those bottles. I forget what show he did that on, but he had one of those big bottles of something on there.
I know. I thought if I got on like the 400 show or something like that, I'd crack that and just down it and see what happens. I think that's like a 9 or 10% beer, so it might not go well.
That'll give you a major smoke show.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm curious how it has aged. I don't know, but
those are bottle fermented. Those should be pretty good.
Yeah, I would think so, but I probably haven't stored it the best. I don't have it like at 55 degrees. I have it a little warmer than that.
Yeah, it's so hard to store beer the right way, though. It's expensive. You either you got to put it in the right room.
I would love to get like one of those, like a chest freezer, and then dial the temperature up and get it like right at what you want, and then you can store probably, at least 4 or 5 cases in there easy.
You see, the problem with aging beer is like you kind of want it to oxidize, because if you put it in a cooler, it doesn't oxidize.
Right. It is definitely a balance. You don't want to refrigerate a temperature if you want it to do anything.
It's a weird process.
Yeah. I used to keep a bunch of stone beers, and I realized that like every single stone beer that I aged, I liked less than I liked it fresh.
Yeah.
So I got rid of all of them because I used to have like Vertical Epic, I think like 06 through 12, and then like a whole bunch of other stuff. And every single one I drank, I was just like, it was so much better fresh that I completely stopped.
Oh, I just got a limited release. I think it was it a Stone today? I think.
Your shopping spree?
No, it was a Rogue. I'm sorry, it was a Rogue.
Hey, you're gonna dislike me on this Joe, but I've never had a Rogue beer. I always see them.
I've never had a Rogue beer that I loved. I'll say that.
Really, that you've never loved a Rogue beer?
Early on, I really liked the hazelnut brown.
Yeah, you need that one.
But I've kind of gone away from loving browns in general.
So,
I don't know. Most of their stuff I've just like, especially for the price and I don't know. I just kind of stopped buying them completely, honestly.
Well, I noticed the price has gone up on that one recently. It was pretty cheap, and that was another reason why I had a love for it. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's north of $7 a bottle, and if I remember right, it was like $5 something a bottle, which is for the Bomber, which is a damn good price. But
I had a Rogue one time a while ago, and I bought one of their Bombers. It was a beer that you reviewed, Joe, just a couple months ago.
Yeah, this particular Rogue I got was the Rogue Rolling Thunder Imperial Stout, 2017, aged 9 months in Rolling Thunder barrels.
The kind of a fancy bottle.
Kind of, yeah. You see that, and then it's I got bottle 93 of 209.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
That's
commemorative bottle, no less.
And it's a 14% ABV beer, man.
Wow.
It's a pretty special one. That one I paid a pretty damn good price for.
Did you keep the bottle?
Huh?
Did you keep? Do you keep bottles after you drink?
Certain ones. I'll probably keep this one because it's so limited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I posted on the Facebook page a picture of those 4 limited release, special release beers that I bought. Each one of those is carries a price tag I don't think most people are going to pay.
Yeah.
But especially that Eclipse. That Eclipse I bought.
Oh yeah.
You have to pay attention to the wax, actually. One of the few beers where you actually do pay attention to the wax color. They have many different wax colors, and the one that I picked depicts a particular style of that Eclipse.
That barrel, yeah.
So the one I got was vanilla, so it's why it has that that white
they're like $30, $35, something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the cheapest beer in that picture is $21 or something like that. Yeah, just to give you an idea.
I had one of those that someone sent me as like I did a label design for someone a while ago, a brewery, and they sent me just a big box of beer, and that was one of them. And I ended up giving it to a friend, so I never even tried it. But
really?
It wasn't the vanilla. It was like I think it was like the Strahan or whatever, some whiskey barrel. I don't know which one.
Let me see.
There's like at least 6 or 8, aren't there?
Oh, I was just about to count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 variants, and they all have a different wax color. Isn't that crazy?
So spend a good $350, get yourself a case of beer, and
yeah. Honestly, I mean, they're not. Yeah, that particular bottle was $30. So
yeah. I've realized that I've kind of most bourbon barrel aged beers I'm not crazy about anymore. It has to be like a pretty special one for me to really like it. I realized.
Do you not like bourbon?
I like it all right, but I don't like it when it's all you taste. That's my problem. When it's like bourbon forward, I like it to be like a secondary thing. I like you to taste the stout and then the bourbon. That's what I prefer.
Yeah,
and most I feel like dominate. Like the bourbon barrel just takes over.
Yeah, it's like a coffee stout with bourbon barrel. If all you do is taste the coffee, or you do is taste the bourbon, it's like why is there one of those in there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've actually gotten to where I like really big, bold, non-barrel aged stouts more. Like Cigar City Marshall Zukov is one of my favorite stouts, and I actually prefer that to like Hunapu. I've had Hunapu, but like the Marshall Zukov to me is better, and that's the adjunct version. It's just a super viscous, intense stout.
The Goose Island is one of the most popular bourbon barrels, right? And yeah, you either love it or not. And it's funny because I don't like that one. That's the one I don't. It's too hot. It's just too, like you said, Pat, too bourbon forward. Now maybe I need to try it. Maybe I need to revisit it again because it's been several years since I've had it. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I had it before the InBev takeover, so that's how long it's been. So I had it when Goose Island was Goose Island. Maybe now they always change. So maybe I do need to revisit that again because I do appreciate. It's why when I do my reviews, I like to research the actual whiskey because I like to know more about how that particular distillery manufactures their whiskey.
Yeah, it's cool. I saw someone a while ago did a tasting where they had like I want to say 6 or 8 bottles of the Eclipse, and then alongside it they had the whiskeys for each barrel.
Oh,
so they're doing the tasting so they could compare, how much of that kind of took over. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, because it just like with coffee beers, right? Beers that have coffee, like we need more information, right? Yeah. That matters because if you get a really what I call a hot whiskey, I mean that's what you're going to get from that beer, So it matters, versus if you get a distillery that is more concentrated on the vanilla, on the oak, on the nuttiness, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what you're going to get from that as well, and that'll make a more enjoyable experience. So it's one reason I share those sorts of things. I'm going to crack this one open.
Finally.
9.3%. Well, I wanted to let it warm up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious. I think it's like damn good especially for the price.
I've got my
Mixed
really,
relatively.
I've got my really good sampler. That's my best sampler glass. I love it.
Hey,
Have
Joe,
you
if you,
ever done? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go for it. I'm saying no. If you don't, if you're not a big fan of the Bourbon County stouts, I'd say try the coffee variation. That was my. I had it on tap at a brewery. I mean at a bar, and it was by far my favorite. It was really
Have
really
you
good.
have you ever done a what I call like a black and black, where you take like a say like a really intense like roasty imperial stout, and then mix it with like a Breckenridge chocolate stout to kind of get like an even. I've gone into that recently, like mixing stouts. You can take them and kind of like mellow out an intense one and kind of get like a medium down the road. That's
What do they
delicious.
call that when you mix a beer? It's a certain name for it.
I don't know.
The Master of Hoppets. You ever watched the Master of Hoppets?
I did years ago.
It starts with a C. It's like a certain name how they like when you
Oh
mix
yeah.
beers and you taste it. I don't know. I don't know.
Years ago, I did a very delicious, just amazing mix on share beer. It was like some particular show. I think it was Christmas or something. I did a strawberryta mixed with Dogfish Head 120 minute.
Yeah, I drank a whole bottle of that myself one time, and I did not. It wasn't good.
I thought it'd be a good way to piss off the snobs. You know, do a.
Yeah.
I called it a red and tan.
Well, what it did was it pissed off Rita Nation, is what that did. Are you kidding me? The Rita purists were like, "What is he doing? Oh my God!" You know what I'm saying?
I will say I don't like either of those beers. That's why I did it.
That's what happened, man. The Rita purists were like, "Oh." Hey, this beer right now, I'm telling you, the nose on this beer is intense, man. You get now they said they use Russian. Well, that's the name of it, White Russian, because they used White Russian coffee in this beer. Um, and there's just such a strong note of coffee, and then dried fruit. Uh,
Is
Yeah,
it?
I gave it to you for a reason.
yeah. Oh, it's just, and then look at the weight of this thing, man. It's just so heavy.
Is it referring to a White Russian like milky like White Russian?
It is, but it's not. That's the thing. Is like they say that, but to me, it's just a coffee stout. I don't get any kind of milk, really, like the creaminess.
It's classified, let's see, as just a Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
And it's 9.2%. Here, I'll show you the Untapped. It's God, is it delicious, man? You're getting tons of chocolate. The coffee you're definitely getting. Look at this, 7,400 ratings on here, 186 in the last. Let me get a picture of this. 186 in the last 30 days. 4.2 bottle caps, man.
Nice.
Just this is a solid beer. I don't want to go too depth in it because I haven't reviewed it yet. So.
And it's what, like $11 for a four pack or something like that, right?
That's not bad.
I don't think it was that bad, actually, Pat. I think it was. I don't have my receipt here.
Yeah, well, it's cheap either. I mean, whether it's 10, 11, whatever, that's not bad for us.
I want to say it was just south of 10. I want to say it was like 9 something for a 4-pack of a 9.2 beer. If Zach from Australia was in here right now, he would be like, "Are you kidding me?" You know what I'm saying? That poor guy, man, he pays a premium for these big beers.
I messaged him. I don't know if you got my message. I'd like to see, like, I went on the postal service, and I guess it's like $80 to ship out there. I'd like to see like freaking ship them beer because I feel bad.
Like, do like a donation,
dude. You pay the shipping. I'll pay for the beer. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Oh, I honestly, yeah. It's awful. I think he's onto something though. Like because it just now Pat has probably seen, but over the years, man, I've had so many people bug me about not brewing. Why don't you brew? How come you haven't brewed? Like, there just hasn't been a reason for me, man. It's kind of like I like bread. I don't make bread either. You know what I'm saying? Like, But if I was in Zach's situation, you would see me brewing away, my friend. It would be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm brewing, like that's a good reason to brew right there, man.
I would actually love to do that, but just because like I like the idea of coming up with my own like recipes, and I love the idea of doing like label design and bottle design. Like I'm totally into that. I've done it for a few different people, and like to me that sounds really cool.
That's part of Pat's background too, is design. So he gets into that for sure.
There's so much info out there that you can read on. So many forums, so many people brewing beer. It's just there's a misconception of that you have to brew 5-gallon batches. You don't have to brew 5. If you brew 5-gallon batches, you're brewing 50 beers. And are you really gonna drink all those beers?
Yeah,
you're gonna have to drink some over. You know what I mean? Have some beers.
Yeah.
I had a friend that he did it. He did like some home brewing, and he had like this amazing beer pictures, like commercial fridge with a glass front that had like Bourbon County Rare and vanilla and all this crazy stuff in it, and all these sours and stuff. But then he did home brewing as well, and I hung out at his house for a little while. And his home brews were he had a Kolsch and like a Citra IPA that were on par with just about anything I've had for those styles. And just to be able to like go to your fridge and pour those beers. And I mean, he had enough beer backed up that he gave me like it was like the second bottling of Parabola and a couple other things. They're just like, take these, parting gift. So.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor, when I still lived in Albuquerque, he used to home brew, and after watching him, brew a few batches, man, I was like, yeah, I'm completely good. I don't need to do this, I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. I just kind of would watch him and I'm cured. I just, I don't know, man. I love homemade tortillas too, and I just buy them at the store. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I hear you.
I just can't give you enough examples. You know what I'm saying? I can make a good burger, but I'll still go to McDonald's every once in a while.
It's a little different. It's a little different if you have like a couple of friends you want to brew with and have a good day. I mean,
sure.
But you could do it by yourself, but it's a process. It's a definite process. It's nice to have someone with you.
Now in my particular situation, I just don't have much time to drink. 50 beers, like you said, man. I mean, they would just be accumulating.
Yeah.
Like the funny thing is, this guy like knew no one in the Phoenix Valley, so like when I went up there, he was like so eager to share. He was like, by all means, just like pour me glass after glass. And like I said, gave me some cool stuff to take home. But
I was watching a video and a guy, he brewed a small batch. He just brewed like 14 beers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And small, and he was, because I feel like if when you get a 12-pack or something, you don't want to, even if you buy a 12-pack, you don't want to drink it. That's going to take you a little while to drink, and once you're done with it, you don't want to drink more of it. You want to buy something.
Well, let's talk about that, because that's a good. I love that. Fight time. Coach says the fight's actually started.
McGregor's getting in right now.
So they're still doing the whole.
It'll be another half an hour till.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You got ring girls walking around. You got the anthems going and all that.
McGregor just walked in. He rose his hands with his Irish flag around his neck.
Okay, so I love that topic, because now I know what my mentality was today. Now I bought a bunch of beers, and then I bought some 6-packs and so forth. Now, past the 6-pack, like Tom said, once you start getting 12-pack and an 18-pack in a case, what is your mentality? Now, once I go 12-pack, I'm getting a more sessionable beer. Yeah. What are you guys' opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, like 9 times out of 10, rather have like a mixed 6 than a 6-pack. I mean, it depends on what it is. There's certain beers like just a good like middle of the road IPA that I love. Like I know I'll be happy with that anytime I drink it. But yeah, I mean, I would rather have a little variety, because you never know. I mean, I'm someone that like I don't love to drink like the same beer 3 times in a row. I'd rather each one be different.
Oh, really? So even to that extent. So
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if it's something I love, but I'd rather like, start with something a little more mellow and kind of ramp up and go to like an IPA to a stout to a.
And that's one of my reasons. Another reason why I don't homebrew, because dear God, I'm stuck with 5 gallons of this crap,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. And there's pressure to drink it, right? Because you're like, the clock's ticking on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're putting it in a keg, you're like, I got to get with the program, right? So, but and I like kind of a variety, like Pat said. Especially if you're drinking these heavy beers like this I'm gonna drink one of these. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink one of these, and then I'm probably gonna. Well, I can show you what my next one is. My next one's one of those Imperial peanut butter stouts that I had. I found.
Okay.
These peanut butter stouts, man.
Oh, dude, this was
They
such a
look.
good beer. This one from Mother Earth. Now, I know I said that the
Belching beer.
yeah, the Belgian Beavers. It is my favorite. I have to put it a little bit above the Mother Earth only because it's sweeter. You know what I'm saying? But they're like kind of 1A and 1B, really. Not a clear 1 and a 2. It's like if you're in a mood for something a little hoppier, but still that big flavor and everything, then I would go for the Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Sometimes.
interesting. I just had a Belching Beaver earlier today that was their. It was a sour. It was like a limited sour aged with plums.
Wow.
Nice.
And it was like a 350 milliliter bottle or like 12 ounce or something it was like $11, but it was like a legit, seriously good sour. And then like I didn't actually get any plum afterward on the initial taste. I was kind of disappointed. Like you said, always that whatever's on the label, that's what you want to get.
Yeah.
And it was just like a straight up sour. But then like I walked around for a little while and like 2-3 minutes later, all of a sudden on my tongue was just plum. It was kind of crazy. It was just creeped up on me and so then I had to kind of revise my opinion of it because it was solid. I still hate the name of the brewery. I can't stand it.
Oh, Belching Beaver.
Yeah,
I love the name of that.
I know you do. We're like completely opposite in that regard. But...
I love that name. You know what I'm saying? That name to me is fantastic. I'm like, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That's the best ever.
I got a random question.
Yeah.
What do you feel is the most expensive style of beer?
I feel like your barley wines are still way up there. I mean, because you've got those barley wines that they still call beer, but they're barely beer. They're like riding the line between beer and spirits, right? And those beers are stupid expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sours are way up there. Because I've paid $30 for a 375 of sour beer.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll walk into the store and there'll be like little 12-ounce bottles with a cork, Allagash, and those will be $16.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god.
That's what this is. This was
crazy.
The Drie Fontenin or whatever, the Belgian sour. It's like the intense red. It's like a cherry sour, and I think I paid $25 or $30, and it's a 375.
Wow.
Corked and caged, tiny little bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, that I hate to tell you the prices of some of those 4 beers that I bought. They were
we're all in the same boat, man.
Yeah, they were pretty stupid, but it's just worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like for some beer, the problem with some of this stuff is you're seeing it and you're going solely on reputation with some of this stuff. You don't have any idea what it tastes like. So you're dropping 30, 40, 50 bucks on some of these beers, and we're talking bombers here in some cases, and it's like, oh, if this beer sucks, I'm gonna be pissed. Like you kind of take it out on that brewery, right? Like I
have paid $50 for a 750 of Cantillon. It was like the what the hell? It was like their creek, but the Lou Pepe Creek. That's what it was. And I actually bought it for a friend, so I was like, oh shit, still felt bad buying it.
You bringing up whatever is it, Cantillon or
Cantillon.
However heck you say it. I'm trying to go to my first Swansea Day.
Oh yeah.
Ever been to Swansea Day?
I have not. I've had a few of their beers. I had that one. I had just like their Oak Creek, just like the Gouza, just a normal sour.
You know what I mean?
And I had their.
You know what I mean by Swansea Day, right?
Yeah.
I never heard of that before. What are you talking about?
It's a particular release. It's like Swansea is a particular beer, but then they have a whole bunch of their special releases, and it's all over the world.
But what they do is
like certain bars are selected.
Yeah, certain bars all around the whole entire world. It goes from all the way from Germany to the United States to Finland, Austria, everywhere, and they pick certain bars that they do the release to, and it's a sour. There's one. It's from Cantillon, wherever it is, whatever heck you say
Cantillon.
it. Cantillon. But
Cantillon. Now, let's go deep into this. Now, Cantillon is a place, and who's determining the release?
The brewery is Cantillon.
September 23rd.
Yeah.
September 23rd. They're doing. If you look it up online, I know Trillium's doing it this year.
Oh yeah.
They have certain places around the country that they do it. They have USA does a lot. You probably have it in Arizona somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. It's typically been like, from what I've seen, it's mostly like, San Diego, San Francisco, that kind of stuff. I haven't seen Arizona, but maybe. I mean, Arizona's gotten bigger, so it may be.
I'm actually curious because I
haven't had that one. I've had a couple of them. Like I said, I had their one of the ones I had was Mamouche. I got a bottle of that. It's like a elderflower or something sour, but people call it pickle sour, and that is exactly what it tastes like. Pickles. It's like,
I don't want a pickle beer, bro. I'm completely good. You know what I'm saying?
I actually don't like pickles, but it was still kind of good.
Now, and see, that's another discussion. Now, there's a lot of pickles. There's sweet pickles. There's bread and butter pickles. There's, I love bread and butter pickles. That's my favorite pickle. I'm not a dill pickle.
It was just
kosher.
Pickle.
They're all over.
Yeah, they're all over the place. So it's like, and if you've ever been to a pickle factory,
pickle factory. I never been to no pickle factory.
You never been like where they make pickles?
No.
Oh yeah, because you'd remember it. Oh my God, yeah. If you've ever been to a slaughterhouse or to a mushroom factory where they grow mushrooms,
you won't forget it.
Those are places you don't forget. Like you go to a slaughterhouse on a hot kill day. Hello, you know what I'm saying? You remember that, or it's kind of like I don't know if you guys have watched my Cruising with Joe D videos, but and I don't know if I've mentioned it. Maybe I haven't. But when you're driving from the west side into Phoenix, I could completely see why your impression of Phoenix is just ugh. You know what I'm saying? Because the smells are disgusting. Yeah. You don't have any idea. Now, you could drive into Phoenix this weekend and be like, oh, it was great. We loved it. Oh, the weather was awesome. It was wonderful. And then there's going to be other times when you drive. There's so much farmland. And you definitely, once you hit the 101, you're going to hit that slaughterhouse. And if it's a kill day, like the smells are incredible. Dude, okay, it was 2 days ago. Driving in, I smelled stuff I never smelled before, and I drive every single morning. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, it kind of makes you sick. You're like, I mean, sick and tired sort of thing. Like the smells are so intense. Like, I hate to, I took that all the way away from that.
To bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
You're not a sour guy, right, Joe?
I am not, but I can appreciate a good one from a bad one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be curious, like if you had one that I consider like one of the best, like that one I texted you about.
Yeah.
Like that, to me, that beer is like undeniable. I don't care what you like, you would like that one.
We'll have to do another day when maybe we meet up at Whole Foods again, especially now that it's Amazon and it's
I heard they're dropping prices. They said they're going to drop prices like tomorrow, right?
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's official Monday. Some of the prices are dropping in certain things immediately, but not, everything right away. But
I mean, it makes sense. So they'd have to kind of clear their stock and whatever else.
But apparently you're going to get like Prime rewards somehow. Like they're connecting their Prime into it. So I'm interested to see. They've for once, Amazon has made me interested in what happens with Whole Foods. Like I've never really gave two craps, honestly, about Whole Foods, other than the fact that here in Phoenix area they have bars, which keeps it intriguing because Whole Foods does have great beer and great wine. But so that makes it interesting to me, you know what I'm saying? And then when you go in the Scottsdale area, that doesn't hurt. But it's intriguing to me that they now include like they're trying to include like Prime rewards or some sort of program into that. I'm curious to see how that's going to work.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, sours to me are like, it's probably good you don't like them. Honestly, that's how I felt for a long time. It's like, if you don't like them, just stay away. Because, like Tom said, I mean, honestly, if you get into it, the prices and it just gets crazy.
I think it goes into our palate, like, because discussing pickles again, I can eat it, like if there's dill pickles on my sandwich, on my burger or whatever, someone places them there, I'm not going to take them out. I'll eat them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm buying pickles, I'm going for like bread and butter pickles.
Yeah.
I'm not. So it's like.
I mean, there's definitely variations. There's some sours that are just like straight vinegar. That's what it tastes like when you drink it. It's just like too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy, But the good ones to me are like my favorites are like the fruited sours where you get like legit like serious fruit, natural fruit flavor plus a little sour tartness.
Now we got to go back a few years because the last time I've really had, and I always associate sours with cherry because back in the day that's all there was really. It was
a creek.
Yeah,
and they're like the Lindemans Creek is like super sweet, super cherry, almost like maraschino cherry juice kind of thing.
Have you guys seen the Founders? Have you guys seen the Founders Green Zebra?
Green Zebra. Oh, I have. Is that the? It's like tomatillo.
It's really good. It's really it's the best watermelon beer I've ever had in my life. To be honest.
Watermelon? Okay, never mind. That's something else.
It's a watermelon sea salt. It's really good. I was surprised. Really surprised. Because most watermelon beers are like synthetic.
Yeah. Founders is very hit and miss for me. Like their good stuff is really good, but a lot of their stuff to me is kind of like overpriced and not so great.
Yeah, I agree.
It's another reason why, and those that are watching this recording, you're seeing three styles right here in three different palettes talked about similar beers. It's very important to sample the beers yourself because
for sure.
I can like something, as you're seeing right now, like I can like something really heavily, and Pat's not a huge fan of it, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, the White Russian,
this one is very good. I'm going to review it, so I'm not talking too much about it, but it's pretty damn good, let me tell you. I love dark beers, so let's just get that out the way. Browns, stouts, porters, but I like IPAs too, and I can appreciate a good sour from another. I just don't buy them. I was tempted to buy some limited release ones that I saw today, but man, when there's always so many limited release stouts and stuff like that it always takes precedence to me.
I keep thinking we should get together and drink some like really good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I still have a bottle like Firestone 14, for example. The 14th anniversary, which is like 7 years old now, something like that.
Wow.
It's like one of their best. I have some good stuff tucked away.
Well,
I don't
if
have
you
much anymore, but
if you got time tomorrow, I got some time tomorrow for sure.
I don't know.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow that I can't get out of.
I appreciate that.
So just text me. Yeah, if you want to do something tomorrow, I could definitely do something tomorrow because once after kind of next week or so, then I start getting kind of busy randomly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I still have
Hey,
a
Joe,
bottle of
I'm sorry, go for it.
breakfast stout, 2005, the original bottling.
Really?
Before it was called KBS. Back when it actually on the bottle says Kentucky Breakfast Stout.
Oh, when it had the original label and all that stuff.
It's probably terrible, honestly, by now. But it'd be interesting.
It would definitely be interesting. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. Andrew's cutting out. I'm going to end this one too, man. Here, you know what? I'm going to crack open. Let me crack open this Mother Earth really quick. I'm curious to see if there's any difference out of the can than it was the bottle. I was all happy to see it in it canned. I was all happy to see it, so I bought this came in a 6-pack actually, and I think it was somewhere around $10. Could have been a little north, could have been a little south of $10. I'm not exactly sure, but
I've actually seen that one in past a bunch of times, so I should probably make it happen.
Yeah, Mother Earth. Oh, it was really good. And you know what? I'm glad to be pouring this beer right now because it'll be a good comparison to that White Russian. Definitely not quite as heavy. It's heavy, but not when this glass was full. It was definitely more weighty. You know what I'm saying? Than this one. And it would when you read the description of that White Russian from Sunup, kind of explains it too because there's a little more complexity to it.
And with syntax of an imperial.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, for the people that spent $100 on this fight, they're suckers.
No.
Yeah, they were suckers. Yeah, it's not a good fight at all.
I think that was a given.
At all.
Yeah. What's happening?
It just seems like McGregor's a novice boxer, and he's trying to be aggressive, but he's not. And and Mayweather just being defensive, and it's just the way I thought it was going to play out.
Yeah. It just there's something about it that still kind of had your curiosity because of the long shot of boxing. Like if with football or some of our other sports, there's always that long shot, but boxing just has that randomness to it. Like we didn't think Douglas would beat Holyfield. Like there was, I can remember not even tuning into that Tyson fight. I mean, yeah, that's what it was. Douglas would beat Tyson. I'm sorry. I can remember not even paying attention to that fight, and then all of a sudden you heard Tyson lost, and you were like, you know what I'm saying? There's just that long shot with boxing, man. Like
boxing's not the same since Tyson left.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too? Like I feel like Tyson was the last of the real true big draw. You had the Mexican boxers.
Pacquiao.
You had your Oscar De La Hoyas. You had
De La Hoya. Yeah.
De La Hoya was good. You had Sugar Ray Leonard was good.
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. He was.
That was really good.
He's also much like Mayweather, a piece of shit. But most
nothing
of them
like
seem to be
Mike
kind of
Tyson.
piece of shit. So.
Hey, we have Nicole in there. Hey, we have another female viewer. Yay! Oh, bro, let me tell you, man. This peanut butter stout, man. I gotta tell you. Oh, it's heaven, man.
I don't see peanut butter stouts around here, man. You got like a plethora of peanut butter stouts.
Honestly, if you go to a good store, there's probably like 5 or 6 at least you can pick from. It's kind of crazy how many there are.
I don't see many.
Yeah,
there's a few locals. There's that. There's the Belching Beaver.
Yeah,
There's
peanut
no
butter's
shortage
been
of them here.
peanut butter's slowly creeping on up in there. It's funny where the trends are going, right? And it seems like peanut butter is the latest little trend. You know what I'm saying?
Have you had they used to be Fate, now they're Mick Fate. Have you ever
Yes,
been there, Joe?
I
They have a
have.
candy bar milk stout. It's actually just roasted peanuts, not peanut butter. But that's a really, really good one.
Actually, man, there's two of them, right? I went to the one in Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm. It's like Shea and Scottsdale, basically.
Yeah. Cool ass brewery. I loved it, man. Sat there with the bartender on it. Hot as hell too. Whew, that didn't. Yeah, but man, I mean, some good beers. The beers that they had at that time were good, not great, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, man, this one's good if you like that little bit of a hoppiness to it at the on the finish. You know what I'm saying? If you're a little bit of a hophead and you're gonna like that sort of thing, and you're not more of a sweet guy like we just talked about, I think this is gonna be more your peanut butter stout because everything's a little more subtle in this one. Kind of like you were talking, Pat. Like I've listened to over the years a lot of people talk about the bourbon barrel beers, and when they get there's some of the purists that when they get a bourbon barrel beer, they want to taste bourbon. You know what I'm saying? And then there's cats like you or I would rather have a little more subtle.
Well, yeah, I still want to taste it, but I want it to be secondary.
Yeah. I'm from a similar boat. You know,
Yeah.
I can definitely get that. I understand where some of the kind of more whiskey purists come at it from. They want to get more whiskey forward. You know what I'm saying? But so we all get a little something different. That's what's great about it. God, I love it. I love it. I love it because it just sparks the conversation, right? We're all sipping the same beer from different pints, but a lot of times from the same batch, and we can just talk about our experience, you know. And you're like, "What? You're crazy!" You know what I'm saying? But it's great.
Hey, Joe, I got a question. What day you going to the GABF? 'Cause I'm like this close wanting to go.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, we're gonna be there. We're going to the actual GABF. We're gonna be in the GABF on that Friday. I'm forgetting the date right offhand now that you put me on the spot.
Was it October 4th or something like that?
Whatever that Friday is, because it's only that one weekend. So
Yeah.
whatever that Friday is, me and Mark are going to be in that evening session. I think there's a earlier session, but we're going to be in that evening session.
The 12 to 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like 12 to 4.
Yeah,
So
12 to 4, I think.
I'm really close to going out there. I would like to go out there and try it out.
And then Saturday, we're going to be there, but we're not going to be at GABF. We're just going to be in Denver, hanging out at Zach's Brewery for a while, and then doing whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's you guys talking about that. I was like, oh man, I'd love to fly out and just be there for Saturday. Not buy the tickets, do all that, but just do the more kind of mellow.
Right.
Not the beer.
You let me know if you decide, man. I mean, I'm you know,
I'd like to meet you guys. You know what I mean? We do this all the time. Want to go out there, share some beers?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome. That's why I've been putting it out there, give people a chance to think about it. You know what I'm saying? The flights have been, dude, I booked this flight for, I don't know, I think it was $250 or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
I just went out to Monterey for the car stuff, Joe.
Yeah.
Tickets were $720 round trip.
Whoa!
Luckily, I had miles, so.
Wow. Yeah. That's kind of crazy, man. I mean,
no, it was nuts. It was.
That had to be super last minute, maybe.
It was fairly last minute, yeah.
Yeah,
but
because
it was just, and the hotels were like that. a hotel that was 40 minutes away from there was $400 a night.
Now you posted some cars from there, right? They were
A
pretty
couple,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
But yeah, I would love to. I'd love to join you out there. I don't know if I could. My thoughts are like if I could get like a car story in there where I could like everything be paid for, and then like say Friday I shoot some cars and Saturday hang out.
Hey, maybe we figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Between now and then, I'd love to have you out there, man. As many people as possible. I mean,
I will warn you, Tom. Joe in person, giant piece of shit. He's horrible. He's totally somber.
Yeah.
It's like a funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember, if you guys watch Seinfeld, you remember that one episode where George didn't want Jerry to be, more funny than he was, so he played like kind of down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm such a Seinfeld nut. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Seinfeld's awesome, man.
To be around Joe.
But yeah, it's
he's faking it right now. This laugh.
Yeah, it is. That's great, man.
He just cried the whole time I
saw it was awful. I just like
We're gonna put up a beer at Major Smoke. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, the smoke.
Yeah, the smoke, whatever, dude. I only do that on camera. Get out of here. Yeah.
I'll be like, the smoke reminds me of my mortality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we all go up in a cloud of smoke, man. Exactly. Yeah, that's funny.
I was bring some beer from out here, because I don't know if you can bring beer on a plane. Can you?
Your check bag. Yeah.
Like, can you bring like a little bit?
Oh
like,
yeah, no, you can bring as much as you want in the check bag.
I was thinking about bringing some beer from out here.
Oh yeah, I've brought back like gallons of beer in a checked bag.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
in a check bag. That's the key, though.
Oh yeah. No, you can only have the 3 ounces or less in a carry-on, but the check bag, they don't care what's in it.
What's a check bag? I haven't taken many flights. I'm sorry.
Well, you check it in, so they put it underneath.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
you're not carrying it on
like $25, whatever, each way kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I've honestly put like, just my last flight I was on, I had, I don't know, 12 bottles in my bag.
Wow. Okay. I did not realize that. Okay, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. Yeah, Pat travels a lot, so he definitely would know, because he travels a lot.
It's no problem. I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is the weight limit. If you start to push that past 50 pounds for your bag,
there you go.
Do they question you? Are they like, what are these bottles?
No, not at all.
No.
I usually just put them like in a sock or something, so they have a little bit of a little cushion.
Yeah.
And my last flight, I actually had like a little, not a foam, but like a little cooler, to kind of separate them and keep them a little bit cooler. And I mean, nothing. I mean, I honestly
kind of like a koozie, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cooler, but like a fabric cooler.
Okay.
Whatever, to add a little padding and to
bring
it back. But yeah, I had easily 10, 12 bottles in there, no problem.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's a good tip, man. I didn't realize that. So when I go to Denver,
bring whatever you want in your check bag.
Problem. Okay. So and I don't normally check a bag, but it'd be worth buying a bag if I'm in Denver. If I find
to bring it back,
to bring it back. I mean,
luckily I finally got upgraded to like American Airlines Gold, so I get a free check bag. So that's the only reason I check a bag.
Right? Yeah. And I'm flying Southwest, so I get a bag free anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, that's a good tip, man. I like that. Like that.
I said, as long as you don't go over like 50 pounds, you're good.
Yeah. So I could. I'll figure that one out, man. Yeah, because see, I'm actually looking into buying a Chromebook just actually for this damn trip, so we can stream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, while we're there, and it's light and kind of compact. I might even have to buy a backpack, so I can put the Chromebook in the backpack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you always have to carry on in a personal item.
Yeah.
So you actually bring a lot on and then do your check bag in addition. So to me, that's like what I do. I just kind of like put whatever I can in the carry on, and then if I start to, stack up bottles, then You get close to that 50-pound limit.
Yeah, we'll see that. I'm bringing that carry-on, my typical carry-on that I normally bring on every flight because I don't really check bags. But you know, I could check it on the way back if I need to and use my clothes as the padding. You know what I'm saying?
You can even do a cardboard box and throw bottles in there and do it as a check bag, and that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, like what you would pack like for FedEx or whatever, put that as a check bag in your, no problem.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Look at that! Swear to God.
You got all the tricks, man.
Yeah, well, Pat travels, man. And he travels like spur of the moment too, like last minute. So he knows all these little tricks, and you know, so whatever he's saying is gospel, man. He knows.
So I can just pack up a box, put a bunch of beer in it, tape it up, and be like, "Hey, man, this is my."
As long as you're okay with, you know, if you think it's not gonna like get beat up too bad, because they do throw that shit around, you know, like the bag carriers. But if you pack it decently, you're fine.
Yeah, so you're more concerned. You're not necessarily concerned about them not taking it. You're concerned about them throwing it around and busting it. So
yeah. And they may
see you later, guys.
look at it.
Yeah, because there's gonna be there's like 800 and some breweries there. That's what Zach said. Are you kidding me? There's gonna be some fantastic beer in Denver.
Just think about Crowlers. See you later, Tom. Nice to chat with you.
You out here, Tom?
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's gone. So, oh man, I mean, yeah, that'd be incredible. So yeah, if you're thinking about going, let me know, man. If I think Tom's out of here, but if he thinks about going, let me know, and I can change my hotel room. Maybe set up a 2-bed sort of thing instead of just, you know what I'm saying? And then you could split the room and boom.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see if I can maybe make it work. Like I said, if I come up with something to shoot there for the travel to be paid for.
Yeah.
Making it kind of an excuse to be out there. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
because you and Zach said, at different times that to me, what is actually more appealing is what's outside of the, just because it's going to be, it'd be totally fun to do what you guys are doing, you and
Mark.
Oh my God, Mark there. But I just mean madness, and I'm not a crowd kind of person.
No, trust me, I'm stressing about that part because I went, okay, I'll tell you. There was one of those huge TV churches in Albuquerque, right? And I decided to go one time. My ex had talked me into going and all this stuff. So we're gonna go to church, right? For once in our life, right? So we're gonna go to church, and we did it. Oh my God, Pat! When church let out, oh my God, there were so many people. I almost got violent. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I had like anxiety, like get me the F out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
What's that car event I was on at Saturday, Pebble Beach?
Mm-hmm.
We got in early because we had like good passes, so we got in like sunrise whenever we wanted to. But the general public showed up at 10:30 to come in. It was just jam packed, and like I was so done. But the crazy thing is, the general admission ticket to go to that, $375.
Ooh.
Yeah, just to look at some goddamn cars.
Wow. Yeah, but you're looking at some of the rarest cars.
No, they're amazing and beautiful, but
it is Pebble.
I guess doing what I do, like I didn't want to go there for free, honestly, with the crowds.
Yeah.
I got paid to be there, so it was good. But I had my fill. I'd like to go back at a different time and do it more casual, but that's the same kind of thing I think about with GABF. It's just like the crowd's just gonna be crazy. It'd be an experience and something to remember. So it'd be fun in that way.
I'm looking forward to doing this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's something you got to do once and see how it goes. Some people love that sort of thing. I'm not a crowd, like that big a crowd person. There's gonna be thousands of
it's
people
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
So
like shoulder to shoulder, kind of crowded.
Kind of crowd, exactly. So it's like, yeah, I'm a little I'm a little stressed about that part, but at the same time, sometimes I do really well in crowds.
Oh, no, it can be fun too, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping it open. I'm just day by day in it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like just okay, we're gonna go into this thing open minded, man, and we're just gonna
Why am I alone with them all night? Really
So, hey, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to watch some of this fight if I can, and and enjoy the rest of this Mother Earth Brewing, the Syntax Imperial Peanut Butter Imperial Stout. It's just so good. For those of you that saw my review on it, man, my opinion just hasn't changed. It's so good. It's so smooth. The peanut butter in it is nice and subtle. So with the Belching Beaver, it's definitely a sweeter brew. So if you like something sweeter, where the peanut butter's more dominant, you know what I'm saying, right off the bat on the nose and on the palate, then that's definitely going to be for you. Now for me, I have a little bit more of a sweeter palate, so I kind of will lean a little bit more towards that. But it's definitely a 1A and a 1B situation, not a definite 1 and 2. It's I would classify this as a 1B. It would be hard for me if I had a top 3 peanut butter stouts. It would be hard for me to put the Mother Earth as a clear 2, because I can see where I would have a mood sometimes for this, and this would be definitely number, a little bit ahead. But in any case, I'm going to check out of here, man. Thank you to everybody that shows up. I really appreciate it. Remember, the Share a Beer is every Tuesday 7 p.m. Eastern, every Friday 1 p.m. Eastern, and we do these pop-up shows every once in a while on the weekends, and possibly tomorrow as well, so we'll see. But on the weekends, we do definitely do these pop-up shows. So on YouTube, make sure to click the notifications whenever whenever I pop in on a show. That way you can get alerted and jump in sometime on video. I would love to chat with you, love to see you, and or if you just want to hang out in the chat room and type away, man, I definitely pay attention to that as well. If you see me looking over here, that's typically what I'm doing, because I'll put the chat on my second screen over here all by itself. So I make sure to look over there. Thank you to Nicole, Coach, Andrew, and everybody. Tom, he jumped in live on video. Noel, I really appreciate it, man. We'll see you guys, man. Peace out.